Hi guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. Sid here. I made it back from California. I survived. I've got lots of you guys in here tonight. We'll see how my luck is with my computer. Last week I ended up having to cut the live short because my computer decided to freeze me out. So you know how it is. I'm sorry I missed a bunch of comments here. Paul Honeyman, Auntie Ann, hello. Justin from Backroad Freedom, hello. Beth Cornett, hello. Rebel at Heart, hello. From Oklahoma, hello. Let's see what's going on here. I feel like I missed a bunch. Just getting set up here. Hello, Big Country. Oh my goodness, hello. Mike is still at work. I'm sure you can hear his voice in the background. Because he always talks at maximum volume. Ask me how I know. I edit the videos and I have to adjust the sound levels and I still can never get it adjusted quite right, but I do my best. I did. I survived all the sailors at the Embarcadero. We drove past the Embarcadero, but we did not stop. But no, we had a wonderful time. I'll tell you all about that. I'll tell you all about it. Randy Jameson, hello from Oklahoma, just 1 week from saying that this 2.86 acres in Arkansas. Nice. Nice. That's exciting. What's going on here? Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer Broughton. Hello. I do. I have my De Oro Mine Co. Shirt on. My girlfriend, Frankie's godmother, that lives in California, has a little bar like really close to her house, and we went there one evening for like an hour. Hung out for a little bit, and we each got a T-shirt. So I told her, and why is Frankie messaging me? Okay, right on. Thank you, Bob. He says they missed me. Thank you. Mama Murphy, hello. I'm still unpacking, guys. I did a bunch of laundry because Mike had a big stack of laundry. So I did his laundry and I did my laundry from traveling. And because I had shoved all my workout stuff that I had sweated in, and I tried to wrap it separately, but anyway, I'm doing a lot of laundry. And I overpacked. But it was confused weather, so it was probably a good thing that I did bring a variety of things. But I am so glad to be home. Yes, live with Tamara and David. I am glad to be home. I had a wonderful trip. We had the best time. It was kind of funny because I saw my family and my friends or whatever, and one of the days we were going up to Ramona to see my friend Tony, who he's been in a few videos, and his fiance Rachel, that are friends of ours. And before we were going to go meet them for dinner, we had some time, and I was like, hey, Beth had never seen it, so I was like, hey, let's drive by the old farm and the old house and take a look. And the new owner happened to be out front, and I parked the car and I said, you guys wait here, let me just go say hi to her. And I was like, Sarah. And she was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? Because she knew I moved to Mississippi. Like, they had come over several times during escrow for different things, and they actually had family in town from out of the country. And they were like, hey, I know we don't officially own the house yet, but would it be a huge inconvenience if we brought our family by to come see it, because we don't know when they'll be back? And we were like, of course, like, you can totally do that. So anyway, so we had kind of gotten to know them a little bit, and like, we've texted back and forth and, that kind of stuff. And so she was like, she knows me, it wasn't like a lot of real estate deals where you never meet the person who buys your house kind of thing. But anyway, so she was like, oh my gosh, yes, you have to come in, like, let me give you the tour and whatever. So we got the full tour and got to see, my ducks that are still there. And so it was cool. And get it done. You're all done. I know I'm not done with my unpacking. I was almost done, and then I ran out of time before we had to leave to go to take Frankie to you. So, but it's okay. I'll finish it tomorrow. Fiddle dee dee. I got mostly done. I just had the laundry to put away still, and like a few more things in my suitcase, but nothing major. All the swimsuits that I packed that we never ended up going to the pool or the hot tub. that are still in there. Those are the ones that have to come out still. So, but other than that, but yeah, we had a great time. But yes, we were ready. The last day, we were like, ready to go home now. Like we were all kind of like, yeah, ready to go home now. Like we had a great time. We loved it. It was nice to get away, but we were ready to come back. So I think it was like the perfect length trip. And then we didn't get much sleep because we all got up at like 2:30 in the morning because like, we had to leave for the airport at 3:30. Well, we didn't have to leave at 3:30, but I'm paranoid about missing plane flights. And we had to return the rental car like really far away from the airport and you have to take a shuttle. And I was just paranoid. So I was like, we're gonna leave at 3:30 just to be safe. So we had like an hour to sit in the airport and chill before we boarded, but we did not miss our flight. So there's that. And nobody had to panic. Nobody had to panic race across the airport because my girlfriend Jen's got a broken ankle right now. So we got priority boarding and we had to just like make sure that, you know, we could get from point A to point B, like with her in tow, and it all worked out. So it was good. But and it's beautiful today. It was a beautiful day here today. And yesterday was nice from at least all accounts. We didn't get in until, you know, 5:30 in the evening, but it was lovely. It was lovely. She says, "You're welcome." Yes. So you take Gimpy with us every time, so we get priority boarding on the plane. So it was good. But yeah, smooth flights, easy, no big deal. It was, you know, my friend Beth had never been to California, never been to the Pacific Ocean, so she got to go walk into the water and got some cool pictures of her doing that. And I got to see my aunt and my mom and all my friends, and so it was nice. It was a good trip. But I am glad that I am home. It was nice to sleep in my own bed last night and to like make coffee this morning. And Mike actually ended up not drinking coffee the entire time I was gone because his coffee didn't magically make itself. Not that he doesn't know how to make coffee. He usually ends up making a second pot like later in the morning, but he just ended up being so busy that he never made himself coffee. So yeah, just break your ankle anytime you want to get anywhere and get whatever you want. And that's the easy fix. Sure. I'm sure there's better ways. We hit 83 degrees today. It was almost hot. Oh my goodness, Auntie Anne. Oh my goodness. I know it's supposed to be warm and nice the next few days. I think there's a thunderstorm sometime in the next week or so, but nothing crazy. I think we're done with the cold out here for the most part. Like, you know, the real cold where we were like, oh, it's cold, you know. But I did tell, and it was funny because for those of you who've never been to Southern California or been by the beach out there, it's a different kind of cold. And I had been telling my friend Beth from here in Mississippi, I was like, hey, it's a different kind of cold. Bring layers because you'll be hot, you'll be cold, you'll feel all the feelings all before 5 p.m. And she was like, one day she just couldn't get warm, like could not get warm for anything. And I was like, I told you, it's different here. It's a different kind of cold. And people don't believe it because they think sunny California, but it is the chilly. So, you know, yeah, I mean, I love San Diego. You know, there's a lot of things about it that I love. There's, you know, she kept asking me, "Oh, well, what county are we in now?" And I'm like, we're still in San Diego County. Like here, you know, you drive for 10 minutes and you may have crossed 2 county lines, but there you can drive for an hour and a half and you're still in the same county and you can go straight. You know, so it's just a big county, so like each section is its own little city in a way, you know, and its own little has its own different vibe. And you know, so, and she was saying too, she was like, yeah, downtown Ramona is like downtown Houston, it's pretty similar. I was like, yeah, don't blink, you'll miss it, it's the same. So but we had a great time. It was a good girls trip, nice and mellow. It was nice, it was a good time. So but definitely excited to be back. Mike and Frankie did not burn the house down. The house was not torn apart when I got back. They were good about picking up after themselves, so they proved to me they can do it. Now I just got to get them to like keep doing it, and we'll be good. But yeah, like I mean, they did well. There was nothing. Nobody died. Nothing was like really crazy and dirty. Everything was like picked up, cleaned up. Dishwasher was running when I got home. I was like, okay, like they kept up on stuff, so that was good. The house is still standing. You know, they did go get fast food one night at least one night that I know of. They went to a nice steak dinner one night with Beth's husband Ryan and their kids because they were all orphaned with no wives. They were like, we don't know how to feed children. Let's go get steak at a steakhouse. So they went and did that. Um, and that's right. Jen says next time we book our trip now, we'll know that everyone can handle it without us. Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, it was good. Like it's good to be home. And in fact, I just realized I was like, wow, I didn't like think to pull out anything from the freezer or cook anything today. I kind of took stock of the fridge. Um, but I'm so used to the last few days like not cooking. I didn't even think about that until just now. So, but Wednesday nights I don't generally cook anyway because Frankie eats at church at youth group, and I usually just make us salads or something, or we have leftovers. But there are no leftovers because I didn't cook on Monday or Tuesday. So there's that. But that's okay. I'll go to the grocery store. I gotta restock. But it's okay. Oh my goodness. Hello, hiking with Jackie boy. Hello, Randall. Randall Granlin says went from 86 to 36 in one night last week. Yep, that happens too. It's crazy. I'm telling you. Steve C. He says, "Hey Sid, welcome home." Thank you. Appreciate that. I love it. I love it. Um, man, and then now that that trip is over, I'm like, "Whoa, next trip is going to the meetup." So, and we're actually extending that trip. I'll have more details on that later, but we're going to be going on a little visit to someone while we are away from home. So we'll be gone and extending that trip a little bit to go visit some peeps. But what? I don't know what you're talking about, Josh Ward. I missed something. Ryan and Jennifer went to, but didn't invite me. Yes, I hold grudges. I missed something. Are you talking about going to the steakhouse? Oh, Ryan and Frankie. Okay. Ryan and Frankie went to the steakhouse with Mike. Yeah. Well, Mike, Ryan called him and he was like, "What are you doing for dinner?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, let's go get steak." And he was like, "I'm gonna come by and pick you up." All right. And they just took off. So he didn't even know where they were going. But I guess they went to some steakhouse in Columbus. I don't even know. So they were close to you probably when they went. But Mike didn't know where they were going, in all fairness. He was just along for the ride. But what are you going to do? I just might, Paul. I just might. I'll have more details on that, obviously, when it gets closer. But yeah, and then we've got visitors coming here this weekend. So, which I did not ask anybody if I could say anything yet because I don't know. I talked to David today on the phone um, from Come On Homesteading, but I didn't say like, "Hey, are we keeping this hush hush still?" Because it's been in the works for a while. I'm not going to give you the details on it, but he is swinging through here. Um, him and Mike from Drifting Dreamers 5 from DB5 are both coming through on Saturday, and they're going to spend the night here, and then they're going to head back out on Sunday. But you already figured it out. Auntie Ann says, "We already know." Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I don't know if he said anything. I've been out of the loop for a week now. I haven't been watching YouTube. I was the driver of the group. So like Mike even said, he's like, "Man, I haven't talked to you in like a week almost." Like we texted a few times, but I was driving all the time. So I never like called him because then we were at our destination and then we were back at the hotel and I was like tired and we just had to go to bed, so and it was too late here to call him on a work night or whatever. So I just didn't. But yes, I hadn't really like touched base with anybody. So I've been out of the loop. But yeah, so Mike from DD5 and David from Come On are coming out here to 3 Mississippi this weekend. So I was teasing, yes, Sid Uber. That's me. I was the tractor this weekend. I was Uber. But they're coming out. We'll talk about more about why they are coming through, why they are coming out. For those of you who maybe not put some of the pieces together over the course of a few videos, some of the hints that y'all have gotten, we'll get into that, of course. And maybe we'll do a live on Saturday night on one of the channels. I don't know. We'll see. That's right. That's right. And we'll see what we can do with that. But I think we'll have a nice time. Mike's gonna barbecue something. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet for sides, but I think I might do my cowboy caviar as a side, depending on what he ends up making, or maybe make some potatoes for the guys or something too. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be fun. I haven't met anybody from DD5 other than electronically. So this will be first face to face, and then obviously I'll meet them all at the meetup because I think they're all going to that. Um, but I'm excited because that's gonna be fun. So Randall Granlund, $10 super chat. David is visiting. I think you meant Mike, not Nike, but my phone still auto corrects Mike to Nike. I've never ever even owned a pair of Nikes. I don't know why I always wants to say Nike. To borrow Kenny, LOL. Maybe you'll have to tune in to find out what's going on. We'll have to see what's going on with that. But for sure. That's right. Justin from Back Road Freedom says make sure you hit that like button, that big thumbs up. That's right. Gotta do it. Paul Honeyman says, Sid, are you wearing your contacts tonight? Your eyes look beautifully blue tonight. I am wearing them. If I don't have my glasses on, here's a pro tip. If I don't have glasses on, I have contacts in. I don't wear colored contacts or anything, but I mean, I can't see. If I don't have glasses on or I don't have contacts in, I would not be able to not only not read the comments that are scrolling across my screen, but I wouldn't be able to tell there was a screen in front of me. I am that blind. I don't know, they do kind of look blue. I don't know. It could be just because there's I'm sitting in front of a big window, so the natural light is coming in and it's not super bright in here because my pupils tend to get really, really big. So a lot of times people think I have brown eyes because my eyes are really light sensitive. So if something's too bright, my pupils get like this. And then I just have a tiny little ring of blue around my outside of my eye, and everybody thinks I have brown eyes. But I don't I have blue eyes. All three of us have blue eyes. We just all have I have kind of blue gray eyes. Frankie's got like blue green eyes, and Mike's just got like brighter blue eyes than I have. So we all have blue, just weird, different blues, I guess. But thank you, Paul Honeyman. Um, I Alex says get laser surgery. It's been on my list of since I was like 20. I'll get it next year. I'll get it next year. I'll get it next year. And then I never got it. And now I'm in my 40s and I'm like, do I bother to get it? Sid is blind. That's right, Dan. Sid is blind. But at this point, I'm like, do I bother with it? Because I'm so used to like not being able to see without anything. Would it be weird to be able to see again? I don't know. Like, I guess that's a weird thing to say, I guess. But I'm like, but I have all these glasses and I have like every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wait till my contacts run out and I'll go do that. And then I ended up the one year I was gonna do it, I ended up getting my teeth fixed instead. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do both. So I did my teeth instead because they were bothering me more than my eyes were. So, and eventually I'm going to need to wear reading glasses anyway. I'm halfway there now. I already go like this when I've got my glasses and my contacts in. So, you know, I just have to, I need longer arms in order to read things sometimes, but it's okay. Justin says, just do it, Sid. My dad had it done years ago. I know. Maybe I will. No, I was not messing with the devil's lettuce. No, I was not. But Mike just wandered out and then wandered back in. I don't know what's going on. Lots of things happening. Auntie Ann says, I want to get laser, but I don't know if I can handle seeing the doc stick something in my eye. I've watched them do it to my husband. Yikes. Yeah, that's not super, super exciting, that part. But maybe one of these days, maybe in the next couple years, I might do it. Just because it is kind of like I have to really pay. Like we're going to be somewhere all day. I have to like bring my contacts with me so I can take them out, put my glasses on because my eyes will dry out and then I can't see anything at all. So yeah, maybe. This is Mike.
What's up?
Oh, that was so loud. Yeah.
How you guys doing?
So loud. There's no volume on him.
What
MT Homestead. Hello, Mike and Terry. What's going on? I love the little peppermint thing they have going on next to their member thing there. That's new.
I did that.
I know you did that.
That means that they've been a member for a long time.
Because they have the peppermint stripe.
Yeah, the stripe is the longest one that I made.
Ah.
I think it's over 6 months is the stripe one.
Oh, look at that. Look at you being fancy. All right. Josh Ward said he had LASIK done 4 years ago and went from 2,400 to 2020. Yeah, I probably at some point I will.
2,400.
It's so much. It's like not even expensive anymore. I feel like most people say I think it's like $1,200 now to go get LASIK. I should probably do it. It's cheaper than buying contacts and glasses every, well, glasses I don't buy every year, every few years when I have to get a new prescription or something. But contacts I have to buy every year, and those add up. So
What do they do for just men getting old and losing their eyesight?
read it. Well, they do make the mono ones where it's just
Because if I want to look out the window,
yeah,
like down the driveway, I got to go like this because like everything's crystal clear.
That's why Santa wore his like that, so he could read his list and check it twice, but then he could look at you when you were naughty and not nice. Yeah, see, that's why.
Yeah, if I want to read this, I have to have these on. If I want to look and see clearly out there, I have to take them off.
So you almost need like bifocals, but you need plain on top and just the little focal.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take them off and put them back on.
That works too.
But, if they could fix them so that I don't need reading glasses at all, that'd be awesome. But I think it's going to continue to get worse as you get older.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard that too. He says he says that for some people it doesn't last and they have to go back and get it done again in like 10 years. I don't know. I've been so hesitant to do it for so long. I'm like, well, if I didn't do it in my 20s, what's the point in my 40s? Maybe it'll last me till my 60s and then I can spend the last few years like walking around with chartreuse lipstick on my teeth and weird glasses on.
No.
Randall, it'll grow if you stop playing with it, Mike. What? What are we talking about? $5 super chat. Well, thank you. I don't know what he's referring to that we just mentioned that we were talking about later.
I don't know. I remember telling you one time.
Like, don't read his out loud.
Randall's, you have to read to yourself before you read them out loud.
Use my inside voice first. That's true.
Yeah. My boy, Randall.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
Has it really been almost 2 years?
Wow,
My goodness, 22 months. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Mike and Terry, look at you go.
So maybe the peppermint stripe one I made was for a year. I think that was as far out as I went.
Maybe, I don't know.
Was a year. I'm gonna have to make a new one for 2 years.
Just for Mike and Terry.
Well, yeah, in 2 months I'm gonna have to have one that only they have. Make like gold or something.
Oh, he's talking about his eyes. He was referring to your eyes going bad.
Quit
playing with them, like quit taking class. Okay, gotcha, Randall. Thank you. Appreciate you for clarifying because we were like, what the heck did we say?
Hey, you never know with Randall.
We never know with
Randall.
Never know. That's true. That is very true. So I don't know. Oh, bless your heart. Did you see that?
What?
Joe CNC says, by the way, you look in your 20s.
Thank you, Joe. I know I do.
Funny. I think he was talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Because I was talking about how I was in my 40s. But
Jerry Jones, how's the deer meat? It's great, man.
Hi, Heather. Oh yes, it's wonderful.
We've been eating all kind of. We'll definitely run out before next deer season. I'm gonna have to put more deers in the freezer next year.
Josh says I think Sid got glasses after beating Mike and had to stay with him.
That's actually accurate.
No, I wore glasses since I was 16.
Yeah. Well, when Mike and Sid met, one of these days we're gonna have to show some of our old pictures from like.
I have over the years, like our wedding picture and like.
When Mike and Sid met, I was like, was I like 29?
You were 29 when we started dating.
Yeah.
You were not 29 when we met, but you were 29 when we
29. I was 175 pounds, had all my hair, had no gut. Was the lead singer of a, country rock band. Yeah, Mike was a very different person back then. But hey, look, we all get to look forward to getting older.
Hello.
And guys, if you marry a woman that's almost a decade younger than you, then
you'll always be with a younger woman.
That's right. When you get old and look like this, you'll still be married to something that looks good. I'm just saying. By the time she don't look so pretty good no more, I won't be able to see it all.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's great.
That's when I plan on really letting myself go, by the way, guys. Like, I'm just gonna eat Krispy Kremes by the case, and it's gonna be great. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. In fact, maybe we should just stop wearing the reading glasses, stop seeing everything, like, just both let ourselves go completely. just like go full job of the hut, like eat whatever we want, like just let the hygiene go. It's cool.
No.
No?
You can stop right there. Yeah. I have a
So funny.
sensitive nose.
That's true, you do. Oh, you not wanting to smell my suitcase because I had to take all my dirty, sweaty gym clothes home in my suitcase.
No,
Yeah, it's gross.
I would not want to. Nope. That's funny.
Oh, Steve C says he saw all our old pics on our Patreon page thing that we did with our old pictures of. We did like a video where we showed old pictures. I can't
Oh yeah, I
remember
remember that.
I forget what video it was, but yeah. Randall says $5 super chat. Hi, Lindsay Scott.
Well, hello, Lindsay. You're worth $5.
Easy now. I don't know about that. That's kind of below market value. I'm just saying.
Below market value.
Like we can do better. Let's see.
It's been a long day. I didn't even realize that it was after 6 o'clock when I got off my last phone call, and I looked down and I heard Sid's voice, and I was like, "Did the live already start?"
It did.
Yeah.
Well, you were still on the phone, so I didn't want to like interrupt you.
Bad.
But that's fine because I talked about my trip for a little bit, for a few minutes, and
she likes it when I'm late, so she can talk smack about me.
I didn't say. Did I say anything bad about him? No. In fact, I even said you guys held down the fort. Nothing was a train wreck when I got home. Like nothing was filthy dirty. Although I can see where Lundy has like rubbed her entire body on the windows here with her drippy nose.
Yeah, I can only do so much.
Yeah, but that's not your fault. That's just
my cuz Laura says, "Talk louder. Can't hear you over the tiller." Hey, it's that time of year right now.
Right.
It's mowing season. It's tilling season. It's planting season. It's my favorite season.
Oh yeah, Josh says he called you out for eating steak without me.
yeah, that's funny.
Like in his neighborhood too. I think.
I was in your neighborhood, and I kind of, I almost didn't reach out to you and tell you that we were there, but I feel like if I remember correctly, you text me about something, and I was like, I'm actually in your town right now.
Oh, Paul Honeyman says £5 super chat. LOL Sid, I missed it. Mike's been learning Braille to keep you in shape.
Didn't have to learn it, dude. Nope. But yeah, we went to this awesome steakhouse. I forget the name of it now. Man, what was the name of it? Anyway, it was really good.
I wasn't invited. I'm just kidding.
And it was pretty close to it. It's pretty close to where Josh lives. And he even.
And they still haven't met.
Right. He even said, he's like, dude, come on over, because he's the guy that is grafting some fruit trees for me, which we haven't even discussed the price on that. We discussed the price. $1 million. Yeah, we discussed the price on the meat grinder and whatnot that I'm going to buy from him. We still haven't got from him, but we haven't discussed the price on the fruit trees. But either way, he's grafting fruit trees for us, and he was like, come on over, get your trees too while you're at it. But we were with another friend, and I just didn't want to try to get him to go over there and hang, so yeah. Oh,
Josh Wiggle.
John. It's John.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at his
John Wiggle.
Josh is right above him.
We're talking, Josh Ward
talking
right
to
there.
Josh, and his name's right above it. Sorry, I can't read.
Hey, Josh, my money spends.
Josh Wiggle.
My money spends.
Or I said, did it again. John Wiggle.
John.
John.
John Wiggle is a TCR talker.
Yes.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Welcome for joining the crew. Yay. We love it.
But I am really looking forward to getting some fruit trees planted out here. People say when you buy property, if you buy a new place, the very first thing you should do.
Sarah and Huddle planted a bunch of fruit trees.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The very first thing you should do before you unpack the moving truck, if you want fruit trees, is plant them. Because otherwise it'll be 3, 4, 5 years before you ever do. So I really did want to get my fruit trees in this first year we were here.
Sorry, John. I'll work on that.
But Josh and I discussed it and are in agreement that I should keep them in pots until the fall and plant them in the fall because we're about to miss that window of reasonable weather. It's just going to get stanky hot.
Oh no,
here pretty
Lindsay
soon.
into the mist said I just drove down to the river to record my audio for the next video. Had a flat, no Drew, and no plugs. Had to put a screw in the tire and limp it back home.
I'm proud of you.
That's good. At least you found a way to do it. But oh man, that sucks.
But you know what, Lindsay? Now you will
always have a patch kit in your car.
You'll always have look, I like to keep a patch kit, just a little one that you just, you know which one I'm talking about. I like to keep one of those in the truck. I like to keep a can of Fix-A-Flat in the truck, and I like to keep a little 12-volt plug-in compressor. So, but that's just because I'm a prepper.
Oh, Josh says that he's got a friend headed to Georgia in May or June, so she's going to grab the fig trees for us.
Perfect. So Josh hooked me up with Georgia. I thought he was in Tennessee.
I don't know. I said Georgia.
I could be off on that. Anyway, he hooked me up with a guy that grows some really good, all kinds of stuff actually when I went to his website, but some really good fig trees. So so we're gonna get those too. We're gonna have apples and pluots and figs. I think I'm trying to get about 15 fruit trees planted this fall. That's my goal.
Yeah, he says no, South Georgia.
Oh, she did have a compressor. So that's how she was able to limp it along. Put a screw in the hole, put some air in it, drive it till out of air, put some more in it. So that's good.
Oh, Justin from Backroad Freedom says he's got an exciting weekend coming up. His dad's coming down to visit Saturday, and then he's meeting up with Full Blown Country and hiking with Jackie Boy.
Oh, cool.
For shenanigans.
Good time.
And we've got David from Come On coming over with Mike from DD5.
Yeah, they're coming by on Saturday. I think they're going to probably stay here Saturday night and leave on Sunday morning. So that'll be cool. We'll have a good time. We'll film something. Yeah. All of us probably will film something. All three of our channels will have something from that weekend.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. Sometimes when we get together, we don't film.
We forget to film. We just kind of hang out and have fun.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But then I don't know, maybe we'll see when they get here. Sometimes where everybody's like, let's do a live for just a little while, like whatever. But so we'll see. Maybe we'll want to do a live on one of the channels. Thank you, Southern Bliss Homestead says, welcome home, Sid. Thank you. Road trip weekend, we call them roundabouts. Nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting when Sid was gone, the little magic machine on the counter in the kitchen that makes coffee quit working.
Yeah.
Like there was, and then like
the laundry pile
quit like miraculously showing back up clean. Like
it's clean now.
And I couldn't figure out. See, Sid knows how to fix those things. So I couldn't figure out. I couldn't find an owner's manual for the magic laundry. I couldn't find an owner's manual for the magic coffee machine. And I was Googling it.
I kept forgetting to send him a picture of like taking a picture of my cup of coffee every morning and being like, mine's working. I don't know what your problem is, but I kept forgetting to do it. Jen said the same thing. And I was like, I know, I keep forgetting to do it. And then I don't want to make another cup of coffee, but you know.
Yeah. I actually didn't drink much coffee while.
Yeah. He abstained from coffee.
Yeah. I just, the first day I was like, the phone started ringing and I was super busy and I didn't make coffee. So the next day I was like, I didn't have any coffee yesterday. So then I went like 4 days without coffee. So then I was like, maybe I don't drink coffee anymore. And then this morning Sid made coffee and I drank it.
Well, because he even said, he's like, I don't know if I'm going to drink coffee now. Like, I think I might just ride this out. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, just let me know because I won't make a full pot. I'll just make a half a pot because I don't want to waste a half a pot every day, you know? And he's like, then I heard him heating it up in the microwave and I was like, yep. I still make a.
Well, you know what's interesting is when I years ago, I drank coffee all day. I would drink coffee until bedtime.
Yep.
I drank so much coffee.
And Cokes.
And Coca-Colas, yeah. I drank
constantly.
mad amounts of caffeine. Oh, and remember how much sugar I used to put in my coffee?
Oh my gosh. Woo. It was ridiculous.
Now, yeah, if I drink like most days I drink 1 cup of coffee. Maybe 50% of the time I make another
pot.
Little. It's not a pot.
Well,
it's a it's a French
little,
press.
Yeah, French press of coffee.
So I
'Cause it's just the
I probably average 2 cups of coffee a day. It's always like the first half of the day before lunchtime, and I never put anything in it. It's all black now.
David Moffat, hello, he's here.
Yeah.
When my wife leaves, the dishwasher, stove, and washing machine all break down. That's right, Southern Bless Homestead.
I don't
Everything
understand.
just quits working. Yeah.
Don't understand.
I know. It's crazy. It's a weird phenomena that happens. Phenomena. Phenomena.
Okay.
I don't know. I amuse
I don't
myself.
even know what that's from.
It's that thing from the Muppets.
Oh.
I
don't know that.
And I always think of that when I say the word phenomenon because it sounds like I don't know. It just makes me laugh.
Wow.
I went downhill fast. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
no
That's
kidding.
my brain.
Well, once she starts to make herself laugh, sometimes you can't stop it.
That's true.
You got to get her oxygen and stuff.
That's accurate. That is true. It does happen that way. Very often.
Paul Honeyman, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah. So, known for years how to make coffee, laundry. Seabees. Oh, cool. Seabees. That's
Okay.
like Seabees are like they're like combat construction department, I guess is the best way to call it in the Navy.
Well, I know it was funny because we got this one coffee drink. I can't, Jen, do you remember what it was called? At the Red Door that she wanted to get like a Bailey's and coffee, and he's like,
Jen
well,
in here right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there she is.
I have this stuff called oh no, I forgot to tell him about the flamingo duck.
You don't need to.
No, it was fun.
I don't need to know anything about flamingos.
No, the food was really good. But he brought that like something Kayote something Quebec coffee.
Is that what it was called?
And then something 43 liquor 43 with it, and it was called something. But anyway, it was really good. Like the best thing I've ever had in my life. It was amazing.
I busted my finger real good while she was gone.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all can see that.
It doesn't look near as bad as it did in the pictures.
It swelled up like it was swelled up probably a good solid twice as big as this finger, and it was all purple for about 2 days, and then yesterday it started going down. So it's actually
I don't either, Jen.
It's got that kind of that pain that you can bear, you can handle it, but it still hurts, and you're like, why am I still doing that? That's where it's at right now. Yeah.
I know Southern Bless Homestead says Sid ate a lot in California. All her FB posts were food. That's true. We ate a lot, and it was funny because we were laughing because I was like, Beth, at one of the restaurants we went to, the Red Door, which is like my favorite. And we ordered like a lot of food, and she was like, I have never seen you eat this much, like ever. And I was like, yes, I am unlenting right now. And she was like, yes, you are. So that's what I was calling it. It was like we were unlenting. So
everybody's commenting on the phenomenon.
I know.
Phenomenon.
It's catchy. I'm telling you. Yeah. It's going to be on top 100 Billboard anytime now.
Backroad Freedom wants to know if anybody wants to meet up and go kayaking soon. Are you going to the meetup and bringing your kayak? I'm curious.
I don't think that's what he was talking about. I don't think he's talking about the meetup.
No, he's not. He's saying, does anybody want to meet up and go kayaking? And I'm following up on that and saying, speaking of that, are you going to the meetup? And if so, are you bringing your kayak or kayaks?
Auntie Ann says, haha, no, when I hear the word phenomenon, I'm going to have the Muppet song in my head. Thanks, Sid. Phenomenon. Da, 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 da. I'm telling you, it's just always in my brain. I don't know why either. David Moffat says he dislocated his left ring finger on the biggest day of playing out. Talk about struggling trying to play just one song on the guitar. Ooh.
You know what's funny? You say that is I put new strings on my acoustic today, and I took a break. I had a really long day. I had a lot of phone calls.
Oh, Justin says yes, he is, Mike. Also another time as well. He's hoping for somebody to say yeah.
But yeah, I sat down and tried to. I was practicing a song. I played for just a few minutes, and I was strumming and picking with this hand right here, And I didn't realize how hard sometimes I like, hit the strings, or sometimes I'll slap the body of the guitar like in between beats.
Yeah.
And every time I was like, oh, yeah.
It's a religious experience for you.
It was a little bit, yeah.
Cottonwood Ranch. So, do you still keep in touch with Casey? I'm assuming you mean from like Boots and Bounty, like Casey Hendricks. Yes. We're friends on Facebook. I don't see her obviously because we don't live close to each other. I always see her at the meetups though. I adore her, but I don't see her or like talk to her a lot other than like via Facebook, I guess you could say.
Yeah, David, I am planning on bringing my guitar to the meetup. I don't know if we're going to have like any kind of a formal. I had looked for a band in the area that we could possibly hire to play like an hour, and I could sit in with them, and I just couldn't find anybody close enough at a reasonable price. I mean, I found some unreasonable priced bands that were a little too far away. So I don't think we're going to have any kind of a formal thing. But I think I'm going to bring my guitar, and if it comes out of the case, it comes out of the case. Maybe we're just sitting around the campfire and play a couple of songs, or maybe it doesn't because we're too busy doing other things. But I will have my guitar in the vehicle with me.
Big Country wants to know, what band did you sing for, Mike?
So my original, well, not the band that I played the longest with was called Coyote Moon, and we were probably 10 years, and we were like, San Diego Music Awards Best Country Band, vocal group of the year, all that. We had a good time. And then when I left the band, the same players hired another singer and essentially started a new band called Whiskey Ridge. And then there was a period of time where they lost their singer, and they kind of recruited me back.
You back, yeah.
So I played with Whiskey Ridge for like a year. And then I like quit for good after that. But to me, it was the Coyote Moon band,
it basically was. It was like all the same players.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's talking.
That's why everybody called it Coyote Ridge for a little while.
I know. I remember that. Yeah.
Which was actually not a bad name.
Right. It was probably better than either of those two names.
Yeah, we can sing Kumbaya by the campfire. That's true. He can bust out something better than Kumbaya though, I think.
Hey, but Kumbaya's fun.
Oh, she looked it up. It's a carajillo.
What are we talking about?
The Spanish coffee drink that we had that was amazing, that now I want to order everywhere I go.
Carajillo.
It's Spanish.
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish,
but like Spanish.
It's a carajillo.
But it was like the most amazing. I can't even describe the flavor. It was.
Michael have to learn the Muppet song. Oh, cool. He was entertainer of the year for.
We can sing "She Likes My Beard." There you go, Vineyard.
3rd Brigade, 98th Division, HHC. I'm not sure what HHC is. Is that a helicopter unit? HHC. Yeah, I don't know.
Justin, I'm hoping that's not a euphemism. He says, Mike or Sid, would you like to get out in my kayak?
No.
No, sorry. I can't help it. Yeah, no, I am not a kayak person. I know that about myself. I feel like that is not a good fit for me. I appreciate the offer. Frankie might be like, yeah, I want to get in a kayak.
She probably would have a good time.
I never know with her. But
I'm actually shopping for a boat right now, but not like a boat, not a boat, and not a kayak,
not a yacht.
But I'm shopping for like a little Jon Boat that I can like throw in the back of the truck.
Because we're modern.
You are not going to name my boat. You can just
Jon
stop
Boat
right now.
Do you see what I did?
I do. I see what you did there. But see how quickly you jumped to naming my boat?
No, it was a joke. You just don't get my joke.
Y'all saw that. I do. No. Jon Boat named Patricia. I saw the joke. It wasn't a good joke.
It was funny.
But I saw it.
And we're
if it had been funny, I had laughed at it.
And
we're going to stop it with Bud Light. Woo! Yeah, no.
The Jon Boat, formerly known, or the Patricia, formerly known as Jon Boat. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, we're just going to not go there.
I know.
I can't. But anyway, yeah. So I'm looking. I want to find like a Jon Boat that I can pull with a trailer, or that is on a small trailer, and I can pull it like with the Polaris, because we have a bunch of ponds like that. I don't have to get out on like a highway or anything. I can just pull it with the Polaris down county roads and get to them, and they're good sized ponds. Or if I wanted, I could like throw it in the back of the truck. But
2.5 canoes. How do you do that?
I've got 2.5 canoes. Well, that means he at one point had an accident.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
It takes years how to learn how to kayak. Yeah, I don't know. Kayaks, I don't know. All I always think of is The River Wild, that movie with Kevin Bacon and Meryl Streep, and I just feel like I don't belong in a kayak under any conditions.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in kayaks. They're better than canoes for sure.
Cottonwood Ranch says we need a pontoon boat that everyone can get in. I know that Chad Corgle said he's bringing his boat, and I think that
Does he have a pontoon?
No, he's got
No, he's got like a bass boat.
Yeah, but it's like bigger. It fits a decent amount from what I
probably like
understand.
5 people.
And then what's his name? Matt Payne's got he's bringing his boat that's more, I don't know if it's a pontoon that he's bringing, but he's got
Paul Honeymoon beating on David.
Uh-oh.
You mean a little boat like David's, but one that works, right?
Oh no.
No, actually smaller than David's. David's got it's kind of a V hull with a
it's like a fat kayak.
Yeah, he's got, it's an outboard but with a steering console, and it's older, but it's a little bit nicer than what I'm looking for. I'm literally looking for one. You got to sit on the back of it and do this with the motor. That's what I'm talking about.
Remember, David Glunt says late to the party, working on a mower and lost track of time. No worries, man. I love floating the river in the big raft. The canoe, not so much. LOL, says Auntie Ann. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Auntie Ann. I don't want to risk like a boat coming by and it's just tipping over. Like, that's not my jam. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Bird?
I remember floating rivers, man, when I was a kid in tubes. In fact, you know what? I have a tractor tire inner tube right now that we could fill up and take over to the pond and float on.
Have at it.
Or bring to the, I don't know if we ever will.
Yeah, I think Auntie Ann says I know he has a pontoon. I just didn't know if that was the boat he was planning on bringing, because I know he also just bought another boat, and I know, so Matt? I didn't know. Yeah. So I didn't know if he was bringing the pontoon. I think he is planning on bringing that. I mean, it would make sense too with all the peoples.
Paul says, so you just want a rowboat with an outboard. I mean, yeah, basically, that's honestly what I'm thinking. Paul, you got to understand, there's a couple of ponds really close to us that are like, I don't know, 3 to 6 acre ponds. They're big enough definitely to put a boat, a small boat out in, but they're not big enough to have like a bass boat in. But they have like standing deadwood out there, and if you could get out there in a Jon Boat, you probably have some really good success with some nice 5-pound bass.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking is basically a flat bottom Jon Boat, like and then maybe just a trolling motor. I don't even know about like an outboard, maybe just a trolling motor. I don't know. We'll see. I'm obviously not.
Just attach a real troll and then there you go.
He would sink it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. I forget that you guys don't always like see all my stuff, and because anyway, but when we were in California, my girlfriend wanted to get her nose pierced. And so we found a place that took walk-ins, and then while we were waiting for the piercer to get there, I was like, maybe I should get a tattoo while I'm here. So I did. I ended up getting a magnolia for Mississippi and a poppy for California right there. And I was very happy with how it turned out. I mean, it's peeling right now because it's a few days in, but I think it's very pretty. I love it.
So Randall Grunion, $5 super chat. Mike, check out Tiny Boat Nation. They build Jon Boats, and you'll get addicted immediately.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I will go look at them. I wasn't planning on buying a new one. I mean, you can easily pay a couple $1,000s for a new Jon Boat, especially. I mean, you find one that a new one that's got some decks in it and maybe some raised seats. I saw Jon Boat style boats for $5,000-$6,000. I'm looking for a $500 Jon Boat that looks like it was drugged behind a truck, not on the trailer, but it still floats. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
He wants it to look like it was rode hard and put away wet.
I do not. I intend on not entering it in any beauty contests. I just want to go out, you know, and
just take your glasses off and
right.
stand really close to
so,
it.
wow, it's a nice boat.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking for function over form on a boat.
Not on a woman, though.
No. Nailed it. Oh
man.
5 pounds small. Oh yeah, I'll tell you, a 5 pound smallmouth is that's a fish, man. That's a fish. Not a lot of 5 pound smallmouths in my history. In fact, I don't know if I've caught a 5 pound smallmouth. I've caught, you know, quite a few 5 pound and up largemouths, but I mean, my biggest crappie is probably in the pound and a quarter, and those things can get 5 pounds. So, but we're in crappie country now, so I would imagine we're probably gonna get into a mess of crappie once we find time to do more fishing. All the good times to be fishing are also good times to be working on fences and chicken coops.
And those things all need to get
and those things are a bit of a priority right now.
Yes. I saw this one video though where this dad was teaching his son how to just like stick his finger off the edge of the water, like right at the shore. And he was like, just keep doing this to the water like this and make a little pool. And then the catfish just came up and like got on his finger and he just took him out of the water. And it was like a big size one.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
I saw somebody catch a snook by hand down in Florida. I saw a guy on YouTube on one of the shorts was I think it might have been a sturgeon. I don't know what kind of fish it was, but there was a big old fish in a big old tank at it must have been at some park. And the guy had a piece of something in his mouth and he was leaning over the water trying to get the fish to take it out of his mouth. And the fish like popped up out of the water and like smacked him in the head. And it knocked him out and he fell forward into the water. True story. It was pretty funny. Luckily, there were a bunch of people there, so he probably didn't die. Yeah, we do, David, have a local farmers market right here in the little town that we're in. And then there are other ones that are, within a half an hour. So as we grow over the next couple of years, I hope to be able to be in 2 or 3 farmers markets a week. But this year, I'm going to try to be in the one that's 10 minutes from us, like every Saturday. That's my goal. But first I have to grow something that that works. I mean, that's yet to be seen, but I have 150 tomato plants out there ready to go in the ground right now. So that's, over the next couple of weeks, that's all happening. The ground is not ready for them, but they are ready for the ground. So I got to somehow make that a priority. That's right, David. I did not finish the coop while she was away. He said, put the birds in my office until it's done. The birds would they would disappear. There'd be no more birds. But I see where you're going with that. It's a good point. Most of the reason that the chicken coop is not done has to do with, the weather not participating when I'm able to work on it. And that's just, I mean, this week it's pretty nice out, and this weekend. So see here, a new mount for the kayak. Yeah, see how it goes. Randall was talking about how that was a big smallie. That was a lunker, yeah. And the bass down there gets way bigger than they do up here. Yeah, I don't know a lot about smallmouth. I've fished for them and caught them as like a secondary. Oh wow, there's smallies in here, but they were never my target fish. But yeah, bass down here, I mean, mostly are Florida strain, black largemouth bass, and they get pretty fat. They get pretty lunker. Let's Trade Paint is bouncing. See y'all later. Wrong 2400, Sid. What I missed? 2400. I don't know. I was doing my best to pay attention, but I don't.
You can't multitask.
I missed something. Yeah. Yeah. Glad you're back. I'm trying to read now, and I'm getting like I can't read them all. Oh yeah. Life with Tamara and David. They're bouncing out of here. Have a good evening. Glad y'all were here. Thank you. People saying good night to Let's Trade Paint. Somebody else bouncing. It's getting close to that time. It's 6:56.
We've just got a couple minutes left here. Yep. Let's see. I know 5-minute warning. MT Homestead says, Mike, you might want to talk to Oklahoma Grammy Sandra Medrano because she said, I know, right? There is a band that she wanted to come play just for the fun of it. I don't know what they play though.
I mean, hey, if they can play, 3 or 4 chord songs in a couple of keys, like
that's okay, Tiger.
We could probably have some fun. So Oklahoma Grammy Sandra Medrano. Yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot. Is that the name of the band? That's like
no, that's someone who knows a band.
Oh gosh, I was like, that's an odd band
that wants
name.
to come and play.
That makes more sense.
So I'll have to follow up with you, and get that person's information so we can.
Tejano with Mike Crouch.
What?
Said like Mexican music. Like Texas style Mexican music.
Like Selena, like
Tejano artist.
Oh, I don't know.
Everybody
I think the Mexican hat dance. No, I don't know how to play any of that.
Oh my goodness.
Back row's bouncing too.
I know everybody's bouncy. Yeah, so you guys stick around tonight because you got who's on? Let's see, we got Full Blown Country with Pretty and Pooch. Then you got Mike and Terry at MT Homestead on at 8 Central Time, and then you got Brian from Vineyard Farmhouse on after that at 9.
That's right.
So
and the other thing that I have to say about all that is go Ridge Life.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Pay attention this weekend. We're going to have some fun visits. Maybe we'll go live on Saturday from one of the channels. So make sure you're checking all that out. And we appreciate you guys and all our members for coming in tonight. We appreciate you. And we will see you next time. Bye.
See you later.
There it goes. Figure it out.